Hey man, it's Pete, GCI Turf. Hope you're doing good. Got a question about why a gentleman's, well, I've actually seen quite a few questions about this, is why your fescue turned brown during this winter. And should we be worried about it? Should we be concerned about it? Well, I got two real good examples of different shades of brown, if you would. That's the only way I know to describe it. Well, you can see right here, this is, some people might call this brown, and then right here, now that's brown. That's real brown. So that's what I mean by the two differences. So let's get down close and check it out. Okay, so go back to the basics, the bare bone basics. Remember, fescue, tall fescue is a cool season turf. It thrives in cool weather. And so if you look at it on the opposite side of that, it doesn't thrive in extreme conditions, meaning super duper hot, super dry, or when it's super duper cold. And that's where, this is 2018, and the previous winter from the 2017 fall up until now, it's mid-February, February 8th. We have experienced, at least we have here in North Carolina, and I watched the weather, and I think the whole entire country has, some very extreme frigid temperatures, and they're for long periods of time. So what you're seeing here, this brown, is a stress. That's basically all it is. It's no different than when the plant in the summertime, when it starts getting hot and dry, and the top of the plant kind of shuts down, sends all of its resources down to the crown and down to the root system and all that to protect that part of the plant, so that when the cooler weather comes back around, it can thrive again. But you can see all this brown it's only on the tips. Now if you look down in here, it's nice and green down in there, deep down in the canopy. When I kind of lay that back, you can see that green. You can still see some of the brown in the tips. That's all that is. It's basically frost burn is all that is. Now, how can you minimize this going into the winter? Well, you can do that by not cutting your yard to death and not mowing it to death. And what I mean by that is watch your weather going into the fall or going into the winter, this winter. Allow the grass to get nice and bushy and thick and leave it alone. There's no rules that say it has to have a perfectly tight cut. Now, I don't know if you can tell anything from this, but this is in no way, shape, or form clean cut. Well, the reason it ain't clean cut is I haven't cut it since the first week of November. So I cut it the first week of November. Here we are in the second week of February, and it has not been touched. Now, I'm gonna scoot over here. That's one reason you're getting a little brown. And when you get that brown tint, or those brown tips, and then when you look at it over the course of the whole yard, it kind of gives it a hazy brown look. So deep down in there, it's not all that brown. The grass is still going good. Now look at this. Now I'm gonna pick on my neighbor here, and he didn't mind because he loves me. But look, boom, boom. Let's go over here and look. You'll get a better view. See the difference? Green, brown. Now this guy has fescue. Now of course this is the GCI Turf turf type tall fescue. This front yard was sodded when it was built. Yep, all this is a sod, so I'm sure it's a good quality sod, no doubt. But the reason this turf is brown is two reasons. One, it has the same frost damage and that kind of thing. And I know how this guy manages this yard, and it is severely underfed. And he's not a yard guy. He don't care about it. It's fine, and that's up to him. But you can see the difference. Brown, green. So that one's fighting a little bit of frost damage. This one is fighting frost damage and severe malnutrition. So should you be worried about this? Nah, not really. When the ground temperatures warm up and that biology in the ground gets to hopping and you get that fertilizer out there, the yard's going to come right back to life, and maybe a little bit slower than say a typical winter when it comes out in the springtime, but it's going to come out. It's no need in worrying. Now, if you're new to all this yard stuff and this grass stuff, and you're a DIY guy or gal that likes to do your own, I've made this stuff incredibly easy for you. I have a GCI Turf Academy where you pay your $49 a year membership. That gets you inside the academy, gets you access to products, tutorial videos teaching you how to do things, access to probably the best DIY yard fertilizer that I've ever seen in my life. Matter of fact, that's one reason this yard is green and that one's not. So stay tuned. I'm not too far away from putting down my first pre-emergent application on my yard, and my springtime fertilizer is going to be going down as well. I'm gonna video that. You can check it out, and have a good one.